Okay guys, welcome back to a brand new video, and now today we are going to be going through brand new information about Unreal Engine 5 and how this is going to relate to Ark 2 in the future. Now obviously the devs did confirm at Wildcard that Ark 2 will be using Unreal Engine 5, and it's going to be very interesting how this is going to benefit us in the future. I mean, as players, what do we want for the second game? You know, we want obviously enhancements to the graphics, we want better looking dinos, we want a game that we can play with less problems, which, don't get me wrong, ever since Ark 1 was released in early access, it has improved massively over the years, but there still obviously is problems to this day. So Unreal Engine 5 is now available in preview. We're going to be reading through this now. It's going to be very interesting to talk about how this is going to relate to Ark 2, and hopefully we are very close now to some Ark 2 information building into the future. Now, what we do have to remember is that Ark 2 was announced at the Game Awards 2020 in December, and to think it's been this long and we've had very little information, and it is still meant to be released this year in 2022, but a lot of people are thinking it's going to be early 2023. So let's go through all this information in today's video. If you do enjoy and you are excited for Ark 2, as always, smash that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and let's get in with the news. So Unreal Engine is now available in preview, building upon last year's early access offering. Preview 1 includes improvements to performance, quality, and feature completeness across the board. Read the full list of new updates here. Now, a very large page on Twitter for Ark is Ark2 News, and Ark2 News said, "Use me as the we want hashtag Ark2 News button." Cedric, who is the lead community manager, obviously replied using this button, obviously GIF there, which is very interesting because he knows how much we want the information, but Cedric can only give us information on Ark 2 when the higher up in company obviously allow that to come out, and we have no clue when that's going to be. The only real time we have an idea of when we could be getting some Ark 2 stuff is whenever Ark 2 do their big releases, which is usually November for the Extra Life event, which will be obviously I was about to say 2021. Last year was 2021. This year will be Extra Life 2022. And obviously at the Game Awards is usually when Ark 2 information has been around in the past. So let's hop onto the Unreal Engine 5 and let's talk a little bit. What I want to hear in the comment section as well is what you guys feel like Unreal Engine can bring to the Ark game and how you really think that it could be great for Ark 2. And you know, some of the features we read here might be quite interesting to you. So what's new since early access Unreal Engine 5? Here is a list. So we've got rendering, something called Nanite. Nanite is Unreal Engine's new virtualized geometry system that allows you to create games and worlds with massive amounts of detail. In this release, there's been many improvements to stability, quality, performance, and tools, including improved performance and memory usage, new error-based metric for full mesh creation. Could that obviously, if I'm getting that right, could that be for the, you know, in Ark, obviously meshing is a huge problem, and obviously when they release Ark 2, it's going to be a needed thing to make sure meshing is not going to be a huge game problem, because you know there's going to be lots of people out there as soon as Ark 2 gets released looking for exploits and ways around things. Disk data trimming, support for all views and usage flags, a per instance selection, per instance / actor custom data. Lumen is Unreal Engine's new fully dynamic global illumination and reflection system designed for next generation consoles. Since the early access release, there has been many stability, quality, and performance improvements, including full hardware ray tracing support, improved final gather quality, especially visible on foliage, glossy reflection on translucency. God, I'm trying to get this all I'm trying to make sure there's all, you know what I'm like with dino names, let alone other things. Translucency final gather, which improves global illumination quality, and landscape support. Virtual shadow maps. The new shadow mapping method delivers consistent, high-resolution shadowing. Virtual shadow maps are specifically designed to work well with highly detailed film quality nanite assets and large dynamically lit open worlds, which is huge for Ark. Enhancements in this release include overall stability and performance improvements, improved handling of shadow invalidation due to moving/deforming meshes, support for non-nanite mesh types, and support for more materials for foliage. Path Tracer. Introduced in Unreal Engine 4.27, the Path Tracer is a DXR accelerated, physically accurate, progressive rendering mode that requires no additional setup, enabling you to produce offline render quality imagery right from Unreal Engine. Preview 1 offers improvements in stability, performance, and feature completeness, including support for hair primitives, support for eye shader model, improvements in sampling, BRDF models, light transport, and supported geometries, and more. World building. World Partition is a distant-based streaming solution. It greatly simplifies the large world creation by changing how levels are managed and streamed, automatically dividing the world into a grid and streaming the necessary cells. Since early access, there have been a large number of improvements in stability, performance, and feature completeness, including landscape support, sequencer support, new streaming source shapes, VT support in minimap, hierarchical support in data layers, and new UX. One file per actor system enables multiple team members to collaborate on the same level simultaneously by saving data for instances of actors in external files. In this release, we focused on improving stability, quality. In addition, there have been some improvements to the source control editor. New, large world coordinates. In Preview 1, we've laid out the groundwork for creating absolutely massive worlds in Unreal Engine 5, which is obviously going to be needed for Ark 2, without the need for rebasing or other tricks. By adding initial support for large world coordinates, in addition to moving to the use of double precision values under the hood, we focus heavily on performance and memory optimization to ensure that these changes have very little overhead. Animation, Control Rig. Control Rig enables you to create custom controls on your imported skeleton mesh. Using these, you can generate new animations or modify existing ones with the Unreal Editor. This release offers considerable performance to many features such as graph debugging tools that you can find easily and fix issues. Space switching enable you to attach rig controls together. Spleen tool? I'm going for that. Tools for manipulating curves inside control rig, and the ability to create functions that can be shared between control rigs. New distant matching and pose warping. New in Preview 1, these two features combine to allow a small set of animations to work with a wide range of motions. Distant matching controls the play rate of an animation so it matches the motion of in-game character. Pose warping and dynamically adjusts the pose of the animation to better match the motion of in-game character. Lots of new stuff, and blueprint templates we'll go for. This new feature enables you to create reusable animation graphs, as well as enabling engine features to be shipped as an animation graph asset. With it, you can create animation blueprint logic that isn't bound to specific skeletons or assets. These assets cannot directly reference animation assets, but can instead be reused in other contexts of other animation blueprints. New IK Rig and IK Rig, I'm not even going to try that, but apparently these two new features make it easier and more efficient to animate skeletal characters in the Unreal Editor. The rig enables you to interactively create solvers and goals that perform pose for your skeletal meshes. A common use case is to adjust a character differently while maintaining the existing animation, such as a moving character looking at a target. And the other one enables you to rapidly and robustly transfer animations between characters of different proportions across different skeletons. The retargeting can be done either at a runtime for offline creation of new animation assets. So audio, you've got meta sounds, which is obviously due to what's going to be, what's going to be used in Ark with the audio. There's been audio problems in Ark Survival Evolved quite a bit. I would think they're in a better stage now. Still is a few things. In Preview 1, you can now compose meta sounds within other meta sounds, similar to materials, and new support for user-defined nodes. In addition, you can now reuse graphics using presets, which are references to a shared Metasound graph, but with a new custom default inputs and settings. Metasounds also now feature an interface system that enables them to deeply connect with the gameplay code and the world they're in, allowing for much richer and more. And so yeah, that's going to be perfect for Ark. It's going to allow that feeling of actually being in the game, in the forest in Ark, actually making you feel, because one thing I've always found like with Ark is that with the Lost Island map is the most recent one is that you always hear like wolves like making noises, and you know, some of those dinos aren't even there. It's kind of just sound effects. But to imagine being able to be put into the game and actually feel like something creeping up behind you, the feeling of walking through a forest, I think there could be unlimited possibilities. So you can preview Unreal Engine 5 if you would like to from the Epic Games Store right now. I might do that myself to have a little look at some things. I wouldn't say I'm a pro or anything with Unreal Engine 5, but it would be nice. Maybe I'll just stick to watching some videos on YouTube, but we'll find out about that later on. So let me know really what you believe Ark 2 has potential for. Could this be huge for the game? We know it's going to be huge from gaming already. I've watched loads of previews of Unreal Engine 5 on YouTube of some of the games and some of the stuff they've been working on. So I cannot wait, and I think it's going to be huge. I don't really know, as the preview is now available, how quickly, once the full version comes out, how quickly Ark are going to be able to implement this into the game, because obviously they would have started working on Ark 2 ages ago, so I'm suppose it'll be quite an easy upgrade straight to Unreal Engine 5. I can't comment on that because I'm not a pro and I don't want to comment on something I don't know about, but all I know is this could be huge for the game we've all been waiting for. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below, guys. Let's hope we get some Ark 2 news. As soon as I do, you know it's coming to the channel straight away. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. See you guys then.